Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how you can uncover untapped KDP niches overnight. And I know that's a big promise, but hear me out. Are you tired of competing in saturated niches? Are you tired of publishing the number 1000 bold and easy coloring book on Amazon? If you are, then in this video I'm going to show you something that goes against what every Amazon KDP guru out there is teaching. We're going to trash the traditional keyword validation methods that you've been taught, but you can find an untapped niche, make money from it, and then sustain it in the long term. But first, I'm going to tell you how I came across finding these methods. Because one day I sat down and I started thinking critically, big surprise. And I realized something. I realized that there are other Amazon sellers out there, specifically Amazon FBA people, that when they get into the Amazon business, they do so by investing 10, 20, 30K in products beforehand, and they're able to do it successfully. Now, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't invest $20,000 into a business unless I knew for a fact that I could get my products sold and start making money from that. So I took it upon myself to learn from the FBA people, learn their keyword validation methods, and apply that to KDP. And this video is the result of that. Because any person can just go on Amazon, type in journal, and start playing around with the keywords like they teach in all the courses. But very few people will be willing to do the two methods that I'm going to teach you in this video. First one is going to be a free method, and the second one is going to be a paid method. I actually recommend the paid method way more, but that will be up to you and to your level of investment within the business. So one of the easiest ways to validate a home run niche is to find multiple books that with a low amount of ratings, with a low amount of reviews, are selling very well. If you find enough of these books, you can make the educated guess that if you were to get into the same niche, your book would also do good without needing a lot of reviews. You will soon find out that reviews are very important in this game, and the amount of reviews that you have will dictate how scalable the sales of your book is, especially if you are inside a good niche. So one of the best ways to find niches then is by doing the following. So go to your Amazon search bar and you're going to type in any keyword. It can be something as broad as trivia book, for instance. But the big difference is that you actually want to filter these by publication date. And here you will find all the books that are recently published or that will be published in the near future. Most of them will have little to no reviews. And what I tend to find is that when I see books with little to no reviews that are selling very well, that is usually indicative that I'm actually inside a good niche. So I just open up a few in the first page. Now let's do the same for the second page. Now ideally you want to open up a new tab the products that have a good BSR. Like this one has 17,000 BSR with only 18 reviews, right? And let's see what else we find. All right, here's one result with 44 reviews and 42K BSR. And here's another one with only 30 reviews and 9,000 BSR. As you know, BSR is indicative of how much a book is selling. The lower the BSR, the lower the bestsellers rank, the more a book sells. So again, when I find a book topic that with very little reviews is selling very well, and you find multiple of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, then that usually means that you're inside a really good niche. And in this particular case, I found these two books, right? A Century of Baby Boomer Trivia that's selling over 179 copies in the last 30 days with only 44 reviews, which is amazing. And this other one, which is the Baby Boomer Trivia book with 30 reviews, that is selling 275 units in the last 30 days. Just to give you an idea of how much this book is making. Usually a book at $14.99 is making around $6 on average royalty. So we would just multiply 6 times 275, and this book would be making $1,600 in royalties every month. So if we were to spend about 40% of this income on ads to sell the book, then we would keep around 60% of that, which would be $990. So in other words, this book is making pretty much $1,000 a month, and it was just published in a very hot and trending niche. So for instance, I would definitely get into this, and I would try building out a book that would have a higher perceived value, maybe doing a 3-in-1, 4-in-1 version of a Baby Boomer Trivia book. But this is definitely a good keyword to get into. So guys, that was the free method. Let me show you the paid method and how by using the paid method, we can arrive to the same conclusion. So for the paid method, I'm actually going to go into my Helium 10 suite and go to a tool called Blackbox. Blackbox is perhaps the biggest hack in all of publishing. It's an amazing tool that allows you to pinpoint really profitable niches in a few seconds. So here I'm gonna ask Blackbox to give me a book that has at most 100 reviews, that is selling at least $1,500 every single month in sales, that has a price point of at least $9.99 so I don't spend my time with books that have very little margins. And here we can type in trivia. You know, you can type in trivia as a keyword. And here we get a few results that we can actually filter by monthly sales. And what I'm getting here is pretty much like the best trivia books you can possibly publish today. And actually one of the best results is the Baby Boomer trivia book we found earlier, which is right here. And if we just go down just a bit more, we can find Century of Baby Boomer Trivia and also Baby Boomer Trivia 1950s, 60s, and 80s. So there are literally at least 3 books with less than 100 reviews selling over $1,500 a month in sales. And out of these 3, the one that sells the least is selling 178 units per month, which is a very high amount considering the royalty you get from a book like this, which is usually around $6. Well, the next question is, what is the exact keyword that is helping you sell a book like this? What if we wanted to know the exact keywords that are driving traffic to these 3 books? Then all we have to do is just copy the ASINs of those 3 books, and then we can go to Cerebro. We can paste these in here, type in get keywords. By doing this, we can get a pretty clear idea of the keywords that are driving traffic to a book like this. And in case we wanted to recreate one that's better, then we can use these keywords in our title, that our title can be as SEO optimized as it can possibly be. And if you want just an extra layer of validation, you can take the keyword and just copy it, just paste it into your Amazon search bar, and then we can do the traditional validation that we've always been taught, which is to look at the top 5 books to see if they have a good BSR, if we can realistically compete with them, and that, well, we don't have that many results that we are actually competing with. So what do you think about this keyword validation method? If I want to be completely honest with you, this is exactly the method that I've been using to find very profitable keywords, in which I can publish a book, get it to 50 reviews, and I'm already making hundreds of dollars a month passively after ad spend. And while this method carries some similarities with what has been taught traditionally in the publishing world, I think it is substantially different. And people using this method, especially using Helium 10 with Blackbox and Cerebro to validate their keywords, are going to be miles ahead of people that don't. I'm curious, what's the weirdest niche that you've thought about publishing in? Let me know in the comments below. And also, my goal right now is to create a very high-level mastermind. I don't want to profit from this. I just want to create a group of people that are on the cutting edge of what's happening in the Amazon KDP world. If you want to join this mastermind, the waitlist is down below. Lastly, I'm opening up spots for my art team. If you want to see the books that I publish in the regular basis and you want to be part of my reader team, you will also find the link for that below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to keep learning more about Amazon KDP and about making passive income online, then I recommend watching the next following video. See you there.